Hey y'all, welcome back to Shawna Rae, a cooking and cleaning channel for busy moms. Today we're going to be making some Dr. Pepper bratwurst and some good old-fashioned goulash in our Instant Pots.
And since becoming a mom, it literally is like I found my purpose.
For the bratwurst recipe, you're going to need bratwurst, of course, a can of Dr. Pepper or your can of favorite beer, and about 2 tablespoons of butter. Then you're going to want to put your Instant Pot on saute. Once it's hot, you're going to drop in about 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt, and then put your bratwurst in and let them brown up on one side for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once they're brown on one side, we're going to flip them over, let them brown on the other side for an additional 2 to 3 minutes. Once both sides are brown, you're going to want to turn your Instant Pot off, so just hit the cancel button, and then you're going to pull the bratwurst out of the Instant Pot, and I just put mine on a plate to set aside for a second while we get the Instant Pot ready to finish cooking them. Now you're going to want to put the wire rack in your Instant Pot that came with it, and then you're going to pour your can of beer or your can of soda into the Instant Pot. I'm using Dr. Pepper since I don't really like beer, but if you like the beer bratwurst flavor, definitely use your favorite can of beer for this recipe. You are then going to want to go ahead and put your bratwurst back into the crock pot on top of the wire rack. Put your lid on, make sure the little valve thing is to the sealed position, and then you're going to pressure cook your bratwurst for about 6 minutes. Once those are done, you do want to go ahead and do a natural release, so just let all the steam come out until the little red pin drops down. That means all the pressure is out. Then you can go ahead and open your lid up and your bratwurst are done. You'll just remove them from your Instant Pot. My favorite way to eat them is on a hot dog bun with some mustard, but you can eat them however you like. So good. Now for my yummy goulash recipe that doesn't have any chunks, you need a pound of ground beef, some beef broth or some beef bouillon, some minced garlic. You need some minced onion, some bay leaves, some oregano, some Italian seasoning, some olive oil, some Worcestershire sauce, some macaroni noodles. I used about a pound of them, or not a pound, sorry, a cup of them, and then about 30 to 32 ounces of tomato sauce. So first off, you're going to want to put your Instant Pot on saute. While that is heating up, we are going to go ahead and make some beef broth. Since I don't have beef broth, I just have beef bouillon. I just took about 1.5 cups of water and warmed it up in the microwave a little bit. And then I'm going to put some of this beef bouillon in there. I put more than what it says you need to make beef broth because I like mine like extra beefy, but you can just follow the directions on the can to make yours. Or you can just use plain old beef broth. Either one works. Once your Instant Pot is hot, we are going to go ahead and put in some olive oil to start to heat up, and then we are going to saute the minced garlic a little bit and add in the beef and make sure we get that all browned up. This is also the time if you're using fresh onions, you can go ahead and saute those a little bit too before you put the beef in. Since I'm using the minced onions, I'm just going to add them in when I add my beef and cook them with the beef. I'm also adding a little bit of salt and pepper when I'm adding the minced onions as well, so you'll see me add salt and pepper here. You can also add some seasoning salt, some garlic powder, whatever type of seasonings you like. While you're here, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and turn on your bell notification. Once the meat is cooked all the way through, you are going to want to drain the grease. So I just took my pot out and drained it in the sink really fast. And then you're going to want to start adding the other ingredients. So first I added 1.5 cups of the beef broth mixture. And then I went ahead and started adding my tomato sauces. Like I said, I used about 30 to 32 ounces. I think the cans were actually 32 ounces of tomato sauce. Now the original recipe calls for half tomato sauce and half chunks of tomatoes. As I mentioned, my family doesn't like chunky tomatoes in our food, so I just chose to use all tomato sauce instead. The original recipe is linked in the description box below. If your family likes chunkier stuff in their food, feel free to use the original recipe. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. I added some Worcestershire sauce, some Italian seasonings. I'm going to be adding oregano and salt and pepper. As I mentioned, I don't usually measure my seasonings. The recipe will be linked in the description box below if you need actual measurements. I just season for what I feel like will be good. And then you want to add in 3 bay leaves. So I threw those in and then I mixed it up a little bit before I threw in my macaroni noodles. Once your noodles are in, just give it one last good stir to make sure everything is incorporated, and then we are going to go ahead and put the lid on. Make sure the valve is in the sealed position, and then you are going to pressure cook this for 1 to 2 minutes. I like my noodles really soft, so I did about 1 minute. I did about 2 minutes, but you can totally just do 1 to get more of an al dente type noodle. Once it is done, you are just going to do the quick release and then wait for all the steam to finish and for the little red pin to drop down. Once the little red pin has dropped down, you can go ahead and open this up. I did throw some cheese in here at the end. If you want to just top it with cheese individually, you can totally do that. But I went ahead and took my bay leaves out first, which is very important. Sorry, I forgot that. You want to make sure you take your bay leaves out first. No, you don't want to bite into those. They're going to taste really, really bitter. So pull out your bay leaves, and then I threw in some cheese and mixed that in as well. This goulash turned out so good. I am a huge fan of any kind of cheesy pasta, so goulash is right up my alley, and I was really impressed. Even my kid loved to eat this, so definitely give it a try. And if you do, tag me over on Instagram at ShawnaRaeVideos and let me know you made it. So good. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It's an easy and free way you can help my channel out. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications. You're not going to want to miss all of my yummy Instant Pot recipes I have coming up. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.